sing it loud and strong. Love one in peace and harmony. Stop those Polish jokes and love those Polish folks. Polish blood is flowing through my veins. There's a Warsaw, Indiana, and a New World Lednica. There's Muskie and Poland up in Maine. Brother Yashu's in Hawaii and Kasha's in L.A. Polish blood is flowing through my veins. Paderewski, that great artist, gave up his whole career to guide his land with gentle rain. And Pulaski died a hero when he fought right over here. Polish blood is flowing through my veins. Join me in this song and sing it loud and strong. Love one in peace and harmony. Stop those Polish jokes and love those Polish folks. Polish blood is flowing through my veins. We have always fought for freedom. Our heroes are renowned. Down with inequality and chains. Like the trumpet of Krakow, let's always stand our ground. Polish blood is flowing through my veins. Our heritage is splendid, and when history is true, there'll be a roll call of great names. Marshal Piłsudski will be there, and Kosciuszko too. Polish blood is flowing through my veins. Join me in this song and sing it loud and strong. Love one in peace and harmony. Stop those Polish jokes and love those Polish folks. Polish blood is flowing through my veins. So don't make fun of the Polish, the Italians or the Greek, Portuguese, the French, the Swede or Dane. 'Cause America can give us the freedom that we seek. Polish blood is flowing through my veins. Yes, I come from Massachusetts, where Minutemen stood firm, fighting for freedom, not for fame. And this Polish heart within me for America will burn. Polish blood is flowing through my veins. Join me in this song and sing it loud and strong. Love one in peace and harmony. Stop those Polish jokes and love those Polish folks. Polish blood is flowing through my veins.
Hey, that's a traditional song that you got to give him credit for, one that he wrote way, way back in the day. That's the artist, Happy Louie. As everyone knows, we lost Happy Louie yesterday, and we are celebrating his life with a lot of great tunes, a lot of great polka music coming out of Happy Louie's repertoire. Jerry, would you like to go ahead and tell everybody who is in our chat rooms? And we thank you guys being very patient with us.
They're still saying that they have very low volume, though. So I was going on to see if I could check it out and see what's going on. Okay. I know our video is finally up on the correct video. You do have to refresh your screen if you're listening in and planning on hopping over to Polkas After Dark on our broadcast link with the C.com. We have Alice Fizzler. Alice Fizzler. I was doing so well.
I know.
We have Alice.
And all of a sudden you spoke. You opened your mouth.
Alice Fischler is with us. Okay. Chris Stansky, Dave Lisowski, Gail Wojtovich, Les Alice Kapuscinski, Polka Bev. And then we have a bunch of people over joining us on Facebook, which you already said some of them. Not sure where you left off.
We got a lot. Well, why don't you just start from the beginning?
Once upon a time. We have Ivan Mayers, Johnny Kravich, Tommy Hoke, Mike Rio, Dave Zhenka, Linda P., Don Romanzo.
How about Linda Petrozeski?
I said Linda P.
Oh, you did?
And Bob Gabalski just chimed in. I think we're good.
Good. Well, welcome everybody.
We hope you had a blessed Thanksgiving as we did. It was wonderful spending time with our family.
And it looks like Dennis Gabrishak has just joined us. Dennis, thank you so much for popping in here to Polkas After Dark. We got a whole bunch of folks here. Ivan says, yikes, it's snowing a little bit here. Hope it's not, let's see. Hope not too much. He's got a bike ride to work.
Oh, no.
Ride safely. I hope you have the snow tires on the bicycle there. Let's bring up another good tune by Happy Louie, the late Happy Louie. Here is one called Onions Polka.
Drugi mały jak ten duży, zaczął krążyć, na ten mały nie mógł zdążyć. Jak strach od śminożki było zimno, śpiewałem serak jak ja.
For Mr. Dave Zhenka in Michigan. Here's one for you, buddy, called Vivat Vivat.
Witajcie nam goście drodzy i mili, boście tutaj dzisiaj przybyli. się szybko wypływa, więc nalejcie nam piwa. Wiwat, 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 niech żyją nam. Życie szybko wypływa, więc nalejcie nam piwa. Wiwat, 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 niech żyją nam. Ej, szanujcie, chłopcy, wolno jedźmy razem.
A one titled Vivat Vivat. Yes, you're listening to one of the polka greats, and that is the late Happy Louie. I really was hoping that we weren't going to have to say that this year, but Louie, you're in our thoughts and prayers, as well as your entire family.
Thanks for joining us this evening as we're remembering Happy Louie Dusseault. We learned of Happy Louie's passing yesterday and are so saddened by the news. Louie was an amazing entertainer, showman, musician, leader, and brought happiness to the tens of thousands who knew him and watched him perform. Please take a minute to let us know when and where you saw Happy Louie in Julcia for the first time on stage. His smile, memory, and music will live on in our hearts forever. We'll miss you very much, Louie.
Yes, we sure will. And yeah, folks, take a minute. Let us know where you first heard Happy Louie. Some of you have chimed in already. On Facebook, we'd love to know where you heard and saw Happy Louie and Julcia perform for the very first time. This one going out to Dawn Zastavna Ramanzo. She remembers Mayfair.
Just pumpkin pie, who's not ready, holler right. Let's all play hide and seek. Oh, apples, peaches, pumpkin pie, who's not ready, holler right. Let's all play hide and seek. Well, you want to see my Julie, a pretty gal is she. She lives down in the hollow all alone. She likes to wear those mini skirts and do the polka hop. The nights when I go calling at her home. She's a blonde girl, she's pretty, pretty as a daisy, and she means the whole wide world to me. She likes to wear those hot pants and do the polka hop. The nights when I go calling at her home. Oh, apples, peaches, pumpkin pie, who's not ready, holler right. Let's all play hide and seek. Oh, apples, peaches, pumpkin pie, who's not ready, holler right. Let's all play hide and seek. Oh, there goes Irene, she has a smile, a great big smile, walking down the aisle. Now there goes Irene, she has a smile, she likes to play hide and seek. Now there goes Zosha, she has a grin, a great big grin, a pretty, pretty grin. Now there goes Zosha, she has a grin, and she likes to play hide and seek. Now there goes Julie, she has the wiggle in the middle, she has the wiggle in the middle, now she has the wiggle in the middle. Now there goes Julie, she has the wiggle in the middle, and she likes to play hide and seek. Oh, apples, peaches, pumpkin pie, who's not ready, holler right. Let's all play hide and seek. Oh, apples, peaches, pumpkin pie, who's not ready, holler right. Let's all play hide and seek.
Hey, happy Louie, Yolcha, and the band from Massachusetts. And that's one called Apples, Peaches, Pumpkin Pie. Folks, as you know, we were saddened to hear yesterday of the passing of Happy Louie. You know, Happy Louie was born August the 4th, 1934 in Ware, Massachusetts. His mom was Polish and his dad was French. And at the age of 9, he played his first note on a bugle and then changed over to the B-flat trumpet and kept it up for many decades. Happy Louie attended the 8 grades of St. Mary's Polish Grammar School in Ware, Massachusetts, and that's where he was taught how to write and speak the Polish language. In fact, his dad, for being French, living among Polish people, had a beautiful Polish vocabulary. Hey, if you're just tuning us in, well, we are remembering Happy Louie Dusseault from Massachusetts, and our condolences and prayers go out to the entire family. Jerry, do you want to go ahead and give a quick rundown of the folks in the chat room? And why don't you mention some of the things that people are putting in there as to where they saw Happy Louie and Yolcha for the very first time on stage?
I would love to. You already said that Dawn used to see him at the Mayfair.
In Utica, New York, yeah.
I'm just scrolling back. I'm sorry. There are a lot of comments today, which is
great.
wonderful to see.
We love it.
I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. I will be completely honest with everybody. I was listening to the music and just really getting into the music. Mike Real says Pulaski Park, Three Rivers, Mass.
Yes. Yeah, that was another place.
Vincent Sosnowski said he had the pleasure of meeting him at the Irvington Polish home in New Jersey in 1980.
Ooh. That's a long time
ago.
Yeah.
Frank
Murkowski, that's Frank and Joyce,
said that he saw him in Idora Park in Youngstown, Ohio.
And I think also Tina Curtis Goebel mentioned that same thing because Louie played a lot out there for Happy Larry Walk.
Ramona Dulles said that she used to see him at College Park in Maryland with her parents.
Oh.
We got Jason Flynn with us, and he said that he saw him at the Fountains Pavilion in Johnson City every November.
Oh, nice.
And there would be 700 people at the dances.
Those were the days, Jason.
Those were the days.
Those were the days for sure.
Positively.
How about Les? Les mentioned the first time he saw Happy Louie.
Go ahead.
No, I can't see from there. I can just...
Well, you were doing so well. Les said that the first time he saw Louie and Yolcha perform was a youngster at Warsaw Park in Utica, Michigan, but much more appreciated later when I saw them live at Seven Springs. Packed the house, and you could have lit up the entire state with what was generated on the stage. The entire hall was totally entertained, totally exhausted at the end of the performance. I believe that. Yeah. I didn't get to see him at Seven Springs, but I have heard good things about that performance.
I did. A lot of people have taken note of my response when we first started talking about Louie and all of the artists all the trumpet players primarily that idolized Louie, including myself, heard a lot of his music as I was growing up. It was one of the first albums that I purchased was the Love and Peace album, and played that on my trumpet, and it was just, and then to see him live at Seven Springs, people have heard me mention this before, the lights went out, everybody thought it was a power outage, but looking up on stage, you could see all of the band equipment still was lit, still had lighting. And it's like, well, how is that possible when the whole hall is completely black? All of a sudden, the strobe light came on. Louie went crazy. And so did the people. That was the nice part about it.
That's the story I hear all the time. And it sounds like it was a fantastic time, and I do regret missing.
I wish somebody had a video of that, because that would be huge right about now. It really
would be. Laura Kukowski said she's not sure when she first saw him play, but she lived in Three Rivers, and she remembers Crystal Park or the Polka Capitol. Okay. And he always packed them in at the Polka Capitol. He also played a wedding, and I was the flower girl. That was cool.
Wow.
Please play Clock on the Wall, written by Frank Borzik. Rest in peace. Happy Louie.
Well, we already did that selection a little bit earlier, so maybe once everything is all done, you folks will be able to log on to our YouTube site or Facebook right here, as well as our broadcast link, and take a look at the broadcast this evening. That'll be up until tomorrow. But of course, on our YouTube channel, those will be there forever and a day. Do you have any more over there?
Dave Zhenka said in 1968, he's old too.
Yes, he is.
With his grandparents at a dance in Toledo, Ohio. Carolyn DeLude.
Yes. From California.
Yeah, she said she grew up in the same village as Louie.
Oh, wow.
The orchestra played for our high school proms and local events.
Oh.
Ed has fond memories of those days.
Unbelievable.
It's so wonderful seeing all of this.
Yes.
Dave Lisowski said the first time he saw Louie was in St. Stan's in Cleveland. Darlene's cousins, Mike Reel said Darlene's cousins Leo and Tim both played for Happy Louie.
Oh, wow.
Which I didn't know that either.
I didn't either. I'd love to hear a little bit more about that at some point, Michael, when you're able to chime in and let us know.
And Les Kopachinski said, I'm not sure a video would have done that night justice.
Yeah, Les, you are probably right about that.
But it would be great to see nonetheless. Yeah. How about another song?
Hey, we've got another song. Here's one that was requested, The Bride and Groom. Everybody knows it by the Versatones, but here's the guy that made it popular.
W imię Ojca i Syna i Ducha Świętego przymilcie nas młodzi do serca swojego. Śpiewać, by tu śpiewać, nie wiedząc co śpiewać, Boga nie obrazić, ludzi nie podgniewać. Dwa serca związane z tą rzeczką zieloną, jużeż ty, Marysiu, Jasiową żoną. Dwa serca związane, klucz do nieba wzięty, nikt was nie rozłączy, tylko sam Bóg Święty. Obejrzyj się, Maryś, na nasz polski kościół, boś tam zostawiła swój wianek wiecznością. Obejrzyj się, Maryś, na te polskie dzwony, boś tam zostawiła swój wianek mierkowy. Obejrzył się, Maryś, na tę polską wiedzą, w szczęściu nas młoda, swój wianeczek wiozą. Wiedzą oni wiedzą i nie mogą przywieźć, bo tyś go musiała na swej główce przynieść. Nie płacz, Maryś, nie płacz, wianeczka nie żałuj, rzuć wianek pod ławę i Jasia pocałuj. A ty, nasza druhno, powolno, powolno, tak prędko wianeczka zdzierać ci nie wolno. Powoli wybieraj szpileczki kończyste, żebyś nie stargała włosyki złociste. Powoli wybieraj i układaj wszędzie, żeby po wianeczku znaki były wszędzie. Wstążeczki, szpileczki, chowaj do skrzyneczki, bo ci się przydadzą dla twojej córeczki. A ty, panie młody, schowaj swoje caczki, bo ci się przydadzą dla twego syneczka. Nasza pani młoda kiepsko swatów chowa, bo się ty żadnemu nie zawraca głowa. A ty, panie młody, zafunduj nam wina. Raj, 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 raj.
Tonight, we are remembering Happy Louie Dusseault. We lost our dear friend and amazing entertainer yesterday. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family and friends. Comment and let us know where you were the first time you saw Happy Louie and Yulcha on stage.
It's the return of Crusade in Buffalo, Saturday, December 4th, featuring IPA Hall of Famer Eddie Piega.
Everybody lose your seat, snap your fingers to the beat. Who's in town? Let's get down, gather round.
And if that's not enough, how about Buffalo's party polka band, the Buffalo Touch?
Wokoło miesiączka gwiazdeczki latają.
Potts Banquet Hall on Rossler Avenue in Cheektowaga is where you're going to want to be for a night full of polka fun from 6 to 11, Saturday, December 4th. Admission is $15 at the door with food and cash bar available. No BYOB. For information and table reservations, call Potts at 716-826-6575. The next crusade is about to begin. Be a part of it. Saturday, December 4th from 6 to 11 with Crusade and the Buffalo Touch at Potts Banquet Hall in Cheektowaga, New York.
Hey, we sure hope that you join everybody over at Potts Banquet Hall. That's coming up December the 4th. That is, wow, is that next week Saturday already? It sure is. I can't believe that. This time is just flying and zooming by.
The year is almost over.
Yeah, can't believe that already. And now they're speaking of another possible, well, it's not possible. There is another variant out there lurking in the winds, and we're just hoping that everybody continues to stay safe. Hey, folks, if you're just joining us, well, welcome to Polkas After Dark. We have a very special presentation this evening as we're remembering Happy Louie, who we got word yesterday passed away at the age of 87. He was born in 1934, passed away in 2021. We're going to give you some more information here, too. Because of Louie's love for polka music and Polish music, he was asked by many musicians to play at an even early age of 13. When Happy Louie reached the age of 15, well, he started his own orchestra and played for weddings, showers, and other social events. As a matter of fact, somebody commented that he did a prom or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. And he also played for St. Mary's Drum Corps of Ware. And while playing, he augmented his musical education, arranging and playing at, listen to this, Berklee School of Music in Boston, Massachusetts, from which he graduated in 1956, 2 years before I was born. Can you believe that? In the fall, he entered the United States Army and was stationed at Fort Dixon, New Jersey. And after completing basic training, he auditioned and was selected to play during the remaining tour of his duty with the United States Military Band at West Point, New York. During that time, Happy Louie met and married his beautiful wife, Yulcha Madura. After his discharge, Happy Louie's orchestra began to play on a larger scale. Backed by the polka sweethearts Jack and Sophie Madura of radio station WREB in Holyoke, Massachusetts, They were signed to play numerous engagements in Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, and made several radio and television appearances. Let's bring another song up. This time we're going to feature the female part of Happy Louie's band. That's right, Yolcha. Here's a song called Hey Cavalier. Hey, well, that's Yolcha, Happy Louie's Bride, shouting out a tune for you, one called the Hey Cavalerovia Polka. Hey, you're going to see this guy at Potts Banquet Hall, and that's going to be coming up very, very soon on the 4th of December.
Wszystkie
And I think we're back on the air. Boy, we keep bouncing back and forth here. Unbelievable, but it looks like people are starting to jump back in here to the chat room over at Polkas After Dark. We see we're getting our viewers back, so thank you guys very much. Jerry and I have been talking, and we're contemplating on dumping the Our Broadcast link and just riding with Facebook and YouTube. And we are working on getting the chat room going on the YouTube channel. But I do think that we're going to have some folks. Mike Reel gave a thumbs up. We're back on. He's back on. I think we're going to have to ask some people to subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. You just click the subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner if you're watching us on YouTube. And if you wouldn't mind, maybe go ahead over to the YouTube channel and type in Polkas After Dark at this time or a little bit later on. You can even do it while you're watching pre-recorded versions. But we'd love for you to do that because, as I mentioned, I think by January, the end of January, I think we're going to be dissolving the Our Broadcast link because the only thing that we really use there is the schedule and, of course, the chat room. But if there's another chat room available, which it is, we will start to use that. Hey, we're going to bring Louie up to do another one. You know, it's amazing now because all four of the guys are together once again performing on the big stage in heaven. And that is Marion Lush, Little Wally, Eddie Blazonczyk Sr., and now Happy Louie. So I don't know about you, Jerry, but I think that is probably one hell of a party going on right now. Hey, it's Saturday.
Sad I'm missing it.
Saturday night. It's Saturday night, but you know what? They are probably having one whale of a time. Hey, we're going to play this one for all the folks in the chat rooms, and it is one called the Green Grass Polka. As we're asking the magical question this evening, where were you when you first saw Happy Louie and Yolcha take the stage and perform? Please feel free to comment in any of the chat rooms.
Pod nóżkami rośnie trawka, zieleni się słonkiem.
Hey, for Polka Bev and also to Mom, God bless you guys. Didn't know that you guys were cousins. Well, you are in our thoughts and prayers as well, Bev and Mom.
Mama woła na córę, ni ma ni szkoda odejść, bo dotychczas nic nie trudno było mamę zwodzić. Oj, córuniu, gdzie ty chodzisz, czego się zmieniła? I gdzie twe nóżki cię prowadzą i coś tam robiła? Nie gniewaj się, hej mamusiu, że późno bywałam. Byłam u mego kochanka, tyś już zapomniała. Obchodzimy dziś wesele w kościele oboje. Na weselu chłopcy grają na trawce zielonej. Na zielonej gęstą trawką wesele, wesele. I chłopcy grają, dziwki śpiewają na trawce zielonej.
Hey, another one of the tunes that Louie made famous, that's the Green Grass Polkas. We are remembering Happy Louie Dusseault this evening. He passed away yesterday morning as we got word, and again, our thoughts and prayers are with the entire family. I know a lot of folks are requesting songs that we played during the very beginning of the first hour. We are now looking at 9:52 a.m. or 9:52 p.m. Eastern Time. See, I'm getting all discombobulated here with the times, aren't I?
Please don't make me relive this day.
Okay, no, I won't. But your hair looks nice.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
That was
your
the
hair
best part of my day.
Yeah, your hair looks real nice.
Thank you.
She did a great job with it.
She always does.
Yeah. We can't give her a plug because it's we're not allowed to do that kind of stuff. Hey, but we are going to give a plug to our good buddy Steve Grummel in Dunkirk. He's tuned in. He listens in usually on Saturday nights and also Sunday afternoons to our interviews. As you folks know, we were supposed to be enlightened by Mr. John Fu Formaniak tomorrow. But in talking with Johnny, he says, hey, let's try to do it in a couple of weeks. He wants to feel 100%, and he's only at like 75, 80% right now. But he is doing well, and he says keep the prayers coming because he loves them. And we're also going to send it out to the Kraviches that are driving back from Florida. I believe they were about 4 hours or so away from Chicago, Illinois, from their home base.
Well, we'll keep them busy for the next couple hours.
That's true, and maybe even a little bit longer. Who knows? Let's do one called the Post Office Polka. Well, Frank Murkowski just commented on Facebook. He said he met Happy Louie and Yolcha in 1989, was it, Jerry?
Yes.
And that was at Idora Park in Youngstown, Ohio, just a few months before he met his lovely sweetheart Joyce.
Na granicy sobie mała poczta, jest tam przypaść wielka. Jest tam przypaść wielka. A mnie jedna piękna dziewczyna pączki utraci kochanka. A mnie jedna piękna dziewczyna pączki utraci kochanka. Ej, mól się droga, ty moja dziewczyna,
Fantastic tune for you right there. Happy Louie and the gang. And what am I getting? We're having all kind of gremlins in here. Did you notice that? Wow. Okay, I think that's all right now. All of a sudden I'm hearing shh. I thought I fell asleep and was watching the ant races on the television set there for a second. Oh boy. Hey, you know what? Let's change it up. Let's get a nice Christmas song by Happy Louie and Yolcha.
Wesołą nowinę, bracia, słuchajcie, niebieską dziecinę, ze mną witajcie. Jak miła ta nowina, mów, gdzie jest ta dziecina, byśmy tam pobieżeli i urżeli. Jak miła ta nowina, mów, gdzie jest ta dziecina, byśmy tam pobieżeli i urżeli. Chwałę wznoszą na wysokości, pokój ludziom głoszą, króły światłości. Jak miła ta nowina, mów, gdzie jest ta dziecina, byśmy tam pobieżeli i urżeli. Jak miła ta nowina, mów, gdzie jest ta dziecina, byśmy tam pobieżeli i urżeli. Pana nam pobiła, boskie dzieciątko, pokłonem uczciła, o niemowlątko. Jak miła ta nowina, mów, gdzie jest ta dziecina, byśmy tam pobieżeli i urżeli. Jak miła ta nowina, mów, gdzie jest ta dziecina, byśmy tam pobieżeli i urżeli.
Another one featuring Happy Louie and the Yolcha Band. Dzisiaj w Bethlehem.
Dzisiaj Betlejem, wesoła nowina, że Panna czysta porodziła Syna. Chrystus się rodzić nas oswobodzi, anieli grają, króle witają, pasterze śpiewają, bydlę ten klankają, cuda ogłaszają. Maryja Pana dzieciątko piastuje, i Józef stary ono pielęgnuje. Chrystus się rodzi, nas oswobodzi, anieli grają, króle witają, pasterze śpiewają, bydlę tak klękają, cuda ogłaszają. Choć stajenece Pana Syn narodzi, przecież on wkrótce ludzi oswobodzi. Chrystus się rodzi, nas oswobodzi, anieli grają, króle witają, pasterze śpiewają, bydlę tak
G-Shy Bethlehem, done up by the late Happy Louie and Yulcha. Hey, if you're just joining us on our Facebook page, well, thanks so much. And we are paying tribute to the wonderful music and the wonderful vocals of Happy Louie Dusseault, who we got word yesterday passed away. And again, our thoughts and prayers are with the family, Yulcha, and all of the kids as well. And we want to let you guys know that if you're watching us on the Our Broadcast link, we've been experiencing some issues. We do invite you to jump over to either Facebook, and you can join us on that page, or you can also join us on YouTube. Just type in Polkas After Dark, go to the live stream, and you will be able to jump into that. I think Jerry posted that. As a matter of fact, you did. And it also says, or catch us on Robin's Facebook page, because I know we've been having a couple of snafus here. And Jerry Romanowski says, can't connect for some reason. Well, Jerry, maybe try that. We're also going to say hello to Mr. Dave Lesowski, Polka Bev. Let's see here, Dave Zhanka, also Chris Tansky, Les and Alice Kapushtinsky. I know Alice Fischler in Canada is also running into a little bit of an issue. We've been going back and forth. Donna Zielinski, we want to say hello to you. And also, thanks so much for tuning us in. Looks like Richie Kurgel Jr. has joined us along with Gail Vojtovich, Chris Curtis. Chris and Sandy, we hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving, as we did. And if you're just joining us once again, we are paying tribute to Happy Louie. And here's a song that everybody knows. Nice instrumental one called the Peanuts Polka. Hey, Nick Yash says hello to everybody. Also, Mary Lou Cerniak. We're going to say hi to all the Yashes out there, as well as Bob Gabowski. Also for Rob Mazer.
Tonight, we are remembering Happy Louie Dusseault. We lost our dear friend and amazing entertainer yesterday. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family and friends. Comment and let us know where you were the first time you saw Happy Louie and Yulcha on stage.
Hey, that's a little bit of the Yakety Sax featuring the musical stylings of the late, great Happy Louie's Polka Band. If you're just joining us, well, folks, thank you so much for tuning us in here on Polkas After Dark. Don't forget, tomorrow, we're going to be here tomorrow as well, Jerry and I, and we're going to be talking live with a gentleman by the name of Mike Charney, and he is going to be discussing all about his YouTube channel and how he has been posting a lot of the videos from 20 plus years ago. He doesn't do anything earlier than that. We did have him on briefly on Saturday last week, and he came on and he told us a little bit about some stuff that was going on. And that was Thanksgiving. See, I'm pushing it back a week, aren't I? He joined us on our pre-Thanksgiving show on Wednesday evening and told us a lot about what was happening. But we are going to be excited to see him and talk with him once again, and that's coming up tomorrow. We're going to send it out to the Kraviches once again. They're driving frantically to get home, and I think they're probably maybe about 2 hours and 10 minutes from home, or if Johnny's driving, 3 hours and 25 minutes from home. But I think Christy said she was driving, so she puts the pedal to the metal. Hey, Happy Louie and his musicians received another break when they recorded 3 Polish albums in less than a year, and later recorded 3 more albums on the Rex recording label. Around 1965, Julcia joined the band and traveled with Louie. It was indeed a thrill when Happy Louie received a call from, are you ready for this? MGM, that's right, Metro Goldwyn Mayer of New York. He recorded 4 albums for MGM, and he started his own company, Halo Enterprises Incorporated, with 31 albums available on the Halo label. One of Happy Louie's MGM recordings, Accordion A Go-Go, was used in the movie The Subject Was Roses with Patricia Neal. The recording was written by Richie Wallace and arranged by Happy Louie. Love and Peace on the Halo label was a huge seller, and we don't understand why, do we? No, that was a fantastic song, and that was when he explained how he felt about Polish jokes. Happy Louie and Julcia and the band appeared at New York State Fair in Syracuse in 1968 for the entire week with other top artists such as the Four Saints, the Lennon Sisters, and the Grand Ole Opry. Repeat dates at the fair were also in 1974 and 1981. Happy Louie and Julcia and the band had many travels along the way, going as far as Wisconsin, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Chicago, Michigan, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Maryland, including Canada, believe it or not, also Delaware and Florida, Indiana, New Hampshire, and Rhode Island, as well as Vermont and Amsterdam, not to mention Happy Louie and the band performed in Hawaii, Bermuda, Paris, France, and also Poland. So, you see, this guy had a lot of history behind him, and you're tuned right now to a lot of the great songs that he recorded over the years. As we celebrate Happy Louie, here's another one that he made famous, one called Jak się masz.
Swego serca. Piszę list, a to niełatwe, ale ty umiesz zawsze z parę słów poczekać więcej, to tylko życzę. Jak się masz, kochanie, jak się masz?
Thanks for joining us this evening as we're remembering Happy Louie Dusseault. We learned of Happy Louie's passing yesterday and are so saddened by the news. Louie was an amazing entertainer, showman, musician, leader, and brought happiness to the tens of thousands who knew him and watched him perform. Please take a minute to let us know when and where you saw Happy Louie in Yulcha for the first time on stage. His smile, memory, and music will live on in our hearts forever. We'll miss you very much, Louie.
How about a little bit of My Girl, Obetic? My Girl, Obetic, that's the sound of the late and the great Happy Louie. You know, Happy Louie and the band played in Poland for the first World Polka Festival in 1977 and received numerous plaques and awards throughout the years. He will be sadly missed by everyone in our Polish community, not only locally, but around the world. Happy Louie was inducted into the IPA Hall of Fame in 1982, and we do want to thank Christy Kravich and all of the folks with the IPA for allowing us to recite a lot of that biography that was authored for Happy Louie and placed on the IPA website when he was inducted back in 1982. You know, Gail Wojtowicz said it right. She said there were a lot of bands that listened to Happy Louie and copied a lot of his sounds and a lot of his songs. So we're going to play one by Box On. Here's one called the Firehouse Polka.
Should there ever be a 9/11 call?
Here's another band that just loved Happy Louie's style of music. Here's Accordion a Go-Go. Here's the Polka Family. Hey, that's the Polka Family entertaining you on a Polkas After Dark, the Saturday evening edition. It's approximately 10:29 p.m. right here Eastern Time in Buffalo, New York, just outside of Buffalo, as we call it, as we are remembering Happy Louie Dusseault, who passed away yesterday, and we are going to miss him dearly. We do want to say thank you very much to his entire family, to Yolcha, daughter Denise, Louie Jr., Diane, and also to David for allowing us the chance not only to, or the opportunity, I should say, to play some great songs by Louie, but also for sharing your husband and your dad's talent with us over these past several decades. How about a little bit of wishful thinking?
Żebym ja byłem tym słoneczkiem na niebie, świeciłem ma droga, oj tylko dla ciebie. Ani na wody, ani nie na lasy, świeciłem dla ciebie, ojcze, wszystkie czasy. Ani na wody, ani nie na lasy, świeciłem dla ciebie, ojcze, wszystkie czasy. Oj, żebym ja byłem zegarem na ścianie, goniłbym nutem dla ciebie, kochanie. Goniłbym dzwonię z wieczora do rana, żebyś wiedziała, że tyś moja kochana. Goniłbym dzwonię z wieczora do
return of Crusade in Buffalo, Saturday, December 4th, featuring IPA Hall of Famer Eddie Guy.
Everybody lose your seat, snap your fingers to the beat. Who's in town? Let's get down, gather round.
And if that's not enough, how about Buffalo's party polka band, the Buffalo Touch?
Wokoło miesiączka gwiazdeczki latają.
Potts Banquet Hall on Rossler Avenue in Cheektowaga is where you're going to want to be for a night full of polka fun from 6 to 11, Saturday, December 4th. Admission is $15 at the door with food and cash bar available. No BYOB. For information and table reservations, call Potts at 716-826-6575. The next crusade is about to begin. Be a part of it. Saturday, December 4th from 6 to 11 with Crusade and the Buffalo Touch at Potts Banquet Hall in Cheektowaga, New York.
Thanks for joining us this evening as we're remembering Happy Louie Dusseault. We learned of Happy Louie's passing yesterday and are so saddened by the news. Louie was an amazing entertainer, showman, musician, leader, and brought happiness to the tens of thousands who knew him and watched him perform. Please take a minute to let us know when and where you saw Happy Louie in Yulcha for the first time on stage. His smile, memory, and music will live on in our hearts forever. We'll miss you very much, Louie.
about we listen to Johnny's Favors polka?
Jaś budował mały domek dla jednej kochanki i nie wiedział, czy dla Zosi, czy dla małej Hanki. Jasiu domek umalował i dwa duże ganki i nie wiedział, czy dla Zosi, czy dla małej Hanki. Czy dla Zosi, czy dla małej Hanki. Jaś malował na czerwone swoje nowe sanki i nie wiedział, czy dla Zosi, czy dla małej Hanki. W okieneczku dwie białe firanki i nie wiedział, czy dla Zosi, czy dla małej Hanki. Jasiu poznał nowe dziewczę, nazywa się Jusia. Do widzenia pani Zosia i ty mała Hanka. Chodźmy, będziemy tańczyć, tam dziewczynki na lewo, na prawo, siwe koń grają, come on, wypijmy trochę, polskie wesele, wszystkie będziemy mieć good time, oh yeah, ho ho, prawie na podłogę. Ej, siwy koń, malowane sanki, pojadę ja z nimi do mojej kochanki, przyjechał, ona jeszcze spała. Jak się Jania odwróciła, to mi buzi dała. Deszcz pada, na polu jest ślisko. Wywróciła się mi Jania, pokazała wszystko. Deszcz pada, czasie mijania pokazała wszystko.
That's Happy Louie and Yolcha and the gang, one called Shivy Coin, the Old Gray Mare. For Dan Novak, if you're still tuned in down there in New Mexico.
Rokienka, ładna panienka, do mnie już nie kryj się. Uciesz mi serce swoją piosenkę i podaj rączkę swą. Open the window, my dear beloved, don't try to hide from me. Make my heart happy, tell me you love me, and lovers we will be. Otwórz okna, panienka, daj mi rączkę i serce twe. Otwórz okna, panienka, daj mi rączkę i serce twe. Otwórz okienka, ładna panienka, otwórz i buzi daj, bo w nasze serca miłość zakwitła, dziewczyno buzi daj. Open the window, my dear beloved, and kiss me lovingly. Our hearts are budding with love so tender, come give your hand to me. Otwórz okna, panienka,
Hey, we're going to a Polish wedding. We've got about 10 minutes left.
Pani młoda ślubuje, pani młoda ślubuje, dzisiaj sobie tańcuje. Dzisiaj sobie tańcuje. Pani młoda ratuje, za dolary tańcuje. I za dolary tańcuje. Jedzie dzioły, jest on dziś bardzo wesoły i popija czaj, czekoladę, czarną kawę i popija czaj, czekoladę rum. I popija czaj, czekoladę, czarną kawę i popija czaj, czekoladę rum. Choć była dziura w kieszeni i popija czaj, czekoladę, czarną kawę i popija czaj, czekoladę rum. I popija czaj, czekoladę, czarną kawę i popija czaj, czekoladę rum.
Hey, well, folks, as we slowly come to the end of another broadcast here for Polkas After Dark on our broadcast link, which really wasn't cooperating too gosh darn much tonight. Also with the YouTube at least has. And I think what we're going to do is recommend that everybody join us tomorrow on YouTube just to see how things go. Jerry and I are going to work on something tonight right after this broadcast is over in a matter of another 7 minutes. And we're going to work on the chat room over at the YouTube.
A new chat room.
A new chat room, yeah. Well, you know what, though? I think it's going to be a little easier. And we may need to put our broadcast link on a temporary hold since we're having so many issues. Here's another song as we are celebrating the life of Mr. Happy Louie Dusseault. And if you just joined us, well, you've missed a great tribute to our dear friend Happy Louie, and also to Yolcha and the family. Once again, we thank them so very, very much for allowing us the time to do this broadcast this evening in remembrance of Happy Louie. Here's a song called My Blue Heaven.
Stars may come and stars may go, way up in the heavenly blue. But shining just for me. You're the only star in my blue heaven, and in my dreams your face I see. You're the guiding light that brightens up the night. Till you come inside, my heart is lonely. You're the only star in my blue heaven, and you're shining just for me. Days may come and days may go, sweetheart, all the while you are gone. But as long as there's one star for me, my love will linger on. You're the only star in my blue heaven, and you're shining just for me. You're the only star in my blue heaven, and in my dreams your face I see. Hand in hand we'll walk along the faith of life. With the help of God we'll face it bravely. You're the only star in my blue heaven, and you're shining just for me.
Well, folks, we've got time for just one more song. Once again, Jerry and I want to thank you guys ever so much for joining us here on Polkas After Dark this evening on our Facebook Live program, Facebook page, as well as our YouTube feed and the struggling but ever so popular our broadcast link with a C.com. Hey, as we always end the broadcasts, if you've been listening in your car, thanks for the ride. Once again, thank you for joining us for our Happy Louie tribute this evening as we say a prayer for Happy Louie and his family. Once again, we thank them very much for sharing his talents with the community and with the world. We started out this evening with the North Shore Polka. What a great way to end the broadcast.
Hej, chłopcy, będzie wesele! Gdzie mi się podziały te siwe gołębie, co mi podziubały, dziewczynie po gębie? Siwe gołębie, co mi podziubały, dziewczynie po gębie.